Hi everyone, welcome back to Studio 33 Art by Kay. Today I'd just like to do another little experiment. I did an experiment the other day using 4 different cell activators from different brands. And when I did the Mont one, it came up very, very dark, got very few cells. And I thought, well, maybe the Mont needed to be mixed more than 1 to 4. So I thought I'd try today mixing it 1 to 5 with the Floetrol. So I'll do one with the 1 to 4, one with 1 to 5, just to see the difference, because it could be that it just needed to have more Floetrol in with it. So I'm just going to do a quick one today, and hopefully this won't take too long, just as the experiment. So I'm just going to use the colours that I put together here, just a few different ones, and I'll just tell you what they are as we go, but I will put them in the description box as usual. And as usual, I've just cleaned the tiles off, and that's all I do. I just clean it with a bit of the isopropyl alcohol. So I'm just going to put down the base coat first. It's just a drizzle swipe today. I'll do both of them at the same time. Put the colours on to make it a little bit more of an accurate experiment. And as I say, these experiments are not based in a lab or anything, or under lab conditions, so they're not scientific by any stretch of the imagination. They're just literally me trying things out so that I know how different things react. So the white I'm putting down is just the white, Eraldo white, mixed with the Eraldo metallic ice gold. And I'm just doing a quick base on there. This is probably a little bit thicker than it should be. It's not a problem if the base is a little bit thicker when you're doing a drizzle swipe, because you don't want your colours to run anyway. You do want them to sort of maintain their shape a little bit. And the fact that I'm doing it with this little stick isn't helping me much either, but that's okay. So I'll just finish up what I'm using there, what I've got. Finish spreading that. Okay, so just quickly wipe it along the edges. Make sure I've got some paint on the edge there. I'm going to be putting enough paint on anyway. And as I've said on previous videos, you don't have to have a base if you're doing the drizzle. It just depends how much paint you're going to be drizzling on there. Sometimes you will want to and sometimes you won't. Okay, and it looks a bit not smooth there, but that will level out. Paint generally self-levels. And I was just using the heat tool then just to get rid of any bubbles. So the first colour I'm going to use is the Global Cool Blue. I'm just literally going to drizzle that all the way across both tiles. Probably do 3 for each one. That these tiles are only 10 centimetres by 10 centimetres, so they're not very big. This colour here is Metallic Purple by Global. So just try and do another 3 rows of this. Okay. And the next one is the Mont Pouring Paint Shiraz, which is a beautiful bright pink, one of my favourite pinks. And always try and drizzle it over the edges a bit as well, so that when you're finished, you'll have a nice bit of colour over those edges. And the next one is the colour that I've newly acquired, the Eraldo de Paolo Wattle, which is a very yellow. And I mix my paints to the consistency where when they are drizzled back into the paint, they just leave a little mound for a couple of seconds and then disappear. I know a lot of you have heard me say this before, of course, but there is always new people watching. So I'm always mindful of that. So welcome to all those new people watching for the first time. And that is why I do repeat a lot of the things that I know I've said many times before. So this is the Eraldo green light, and I've mixed it with the Reeves pouring medium just to make it into a iridescent. It's a lovely iridescent green there now. Just drizzle that across. Don't want too much of it in there. A little bit on the edges. And a little bit of the Mont pouring paint gold, just because I like a bit of gold in there. Okay, a little bit around the edges, squizzle, squizzle. Right, so now I'm just going to get out a couple of playing cards, and I'm going to literally, this is the Mont Lamp Black. So I'll just try and be in view there. I hope I am going to be. This is mixed 1 part paint to 4 parts Australian Floetrol. And that's about how much I put on the card. And, oops, now I'm just going to spread that from the top to the bottom, just very lightly. And let's see if we get any cells today. Not a lot happening there yet. So it looks like I'm going to have a similar result to what I had when I used this paint the other day. With the other paints I used, like the Eraldo, the Global and the Amsterdam, they brought up cells straight away that would have been full of cells. So that's why I wanted to do this again today. Okay, virtually no cells at all. So now I'm going to just add some more Floetrol to my mixture. To make that equivalent to 1 part paint, 5 parts Floetrol. And we'll do half, and then I'll do another half of it, 1 to 6, just to see. So I've mixed that in now. And we'll see if it makes any difference. So again, just on the card like that. And we're just going to swipe gently down. Again, I can't see too many cells coming through there. So I'm going to put another part Floetrol into my mixture, my cell activator mixture. It is showing more cells. So it is really just trial and error as to how much Floetrol you need to add to a paint to get cells. So if at first you don't get any cells, just try adding a bit more of Floetrol and see how you go. Don't just assume that if the first time you've done something it didn't show any cells that it's no good as a cell activator. It could just be that you need to add more Floetrol. It's definitely bringing a lot more cells through now. So this is now 1 to 6. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Now we'll just hit that with the heat embossing tool. Right, so I can see there that making it 1 to 5 definitely brought up a few more cells, and 1 to 6 seems similar. So it has brought up more cells, but it's still not comparable to the other 3 brands I was using the other day, which was the Global, the Eraldo, and the Amsterdam. They brought up a lot more cells. So anyway, I'll go ahead and I will now turn these into a drizzle swipe, just because I'd like to still use these as tiles, as coasters. So I'll just go ahead and do that anyway. So it looks like the jury's out on the Mont for a cell activator, but maybe other people have had success with it using other than the Australian Floetrol. So now I'm just going to do a rec with my bamboo skewer. Just do my normal rec. And I'm not even seeing the lines that I'm making there actually. So I think I'm just going to do a big balloon kiss to bring the colours up in the middle there. Pushing it down. Up. There you go. There's all the colours all hiding underneath that black. And there's the balloon. So always wipe the balloon off in between. I actually love that. Sitting in the middle of all the darkness, and it's the one big bright flower in the middle there. I'll just give it another kiss. Okay, I'll just give it a couple of kisses around the edges there, just to bring some colour through. Oops. Bit of a messy kiss, that one. Quite a bit of paint on there. Julie Cube always says that if you find the paint's falling back in, just to leave it for half an hour or so. Come back and do your kisses again. Rightio, I'm not going to spin that out at all. I'll just bring the other tile back. I do love the effect with the black background and just little speckles of the colour coming through anyway. So I still would use the Mont when I wanted to get that sort of galaxy appearance. I'll just see if this one will do anything when I run the skewer. Oh yeah, you can see a bit more of the colour coming through on that one. Where the other one stayed completely dense, this one has allowed some of the colour to come through when I do a rec line. Just a little bit. But I'm just going to kiss this one as well, because I'd like them to be a set. So I'll just go straight into the middle. Squish down, lift up. Oh, that's pretty. Just do another little kiss. And now a few just around the edges. So this is a pretty easy one for beginners to do when you're practicing your swipes. You can't go far wrong really. And with the little balloon kisses, they're always going to bring the colour up from underneath. So when you've got a very dark swipe, the balloon kisses will always bring up those colours. I shouldn't say always, mostly. That one's pretty. Okay, so there's your little coasters, little set there. I think they're very nice. We'll just do this one more time. You can keep going. Sometimes it's best just to stop and walk away. A little bit there. Right. So I'll leave that there for you today, guys. That was just another experiment. So The Mont I'm not using as a cell activator, but it is very nice to use to swipe over the top of the other paints. It allows a little bit through, which is nice. It gives you a nice sort of galaxy look. And then of course when I used the balloon, it brought the colours through and then left that sort of black speckledy background, which in itself is beautiful. So that's what I will be using the Mont lamp black for in future. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. I'll bring you down for a close-up right now. Okay, so here we are coming down for a close-up. This one's the Mont lamp black mixed up 1 part paint to 4 parts Australian Floetrol. As you can see, very few cells, but still a beautiful tile when I did the balloon kisses. On this one, half of it was the lamp black made up 1 to 5 and the other half 1 to 6, which made virtually no difference, although I did get more cells than the 1 to 4. So there you can see there's a few little cells have come through there. And on the other side, just a few, but not many. But again, I would definitely use this for doing like a galaxy where you want to have it dark with just a few little cells coming through. And then that shows up, of course, your little balloon kisses. It really gives them a lovely outline. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. And I'll see you back here in Studio 33 real soon. If you haven't subscribed, if you'd like to, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye.